I accidentally silenced that. What have I done? Oh well, let me just say that again. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Asuka here. I'm going to be commentating the MJY versus ECL fight, followed by the DIDYT versus JKKT. Hopefully. Hopefully I don't get kicked out. I probably will get kicked out by the looks of it. Oh, thank God, yes. Everyone's here. I'm in the thing. Not going to be terrible. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, because there can only be 40. There can only be 40 players in a thing. Oh my goodness.
The sharpest blades.
Anyone excited for the Varangian Guards? I'm excited for the Varangian Guards. I'm gonna try to go quickly. Alright, so for the other battles tonight, we have CTE versus Kami. I'll shove that into a chat for you guys. Kami is... So, CTE versus Kami. Well, that jigmadick. And then we have 3 other battles. I got a notepad for this one. Alright, cool. Alright, so let me just quickly go over all of the battles for today. We also have 16 ECL members, that's hilarious. Okay, so in the A division we have CTE versus Kami. For the second match of the A division we have XDM versus DQS. For the group B we have MJY versus ECL, and DYT, followed by DYT versus JKKT. I'll be watching both of these battles, so I'll just be watching the B division. Then we have the C division. There is no match for the first slot. For the second slot, there's HKI versus OIO. And for the D division, we have no match for the first division, and for the no match for the first. Yeah, I got kicked. Damn it. Oh, well, looks like let's see if I can get in the other one. Come on. Hopefully I stay around for this one. I got kicked out of the other one, unfortunately. Alright, so I won't be watching the ECL one. So I'll be watching the CTE one versus the Kami one. Hello, Memes Waifu. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope you're enjoying yourself. Really upset about not able to finish off Argos within the hour. That's really terrible. Alright, looks like we got a ready. Look like they're ready to go at this point. CTE, what is their full name? Let's have a look. I was planning to watch the ECL fight, but let me just grab someone who actually is streaming, well, might be streaming the ECL fight for you guys. I'm sorry. So, 24. Actually, same guy. Nope, different guy. Up in North season, but the Paragon guys look pretty boss. Yes, they look so cool. I think the Paragon guard. I think the Paragon guards do. I love them. I love the Paragon guards. I love the whole gimmick. I love the whole gimmick of them being able to switch weapons so far. I'm very interested in seeing how strong they are in both modes and how you can use both modes in order to combo together. They do look like they've got several abilities in either side, and I think it's pretty hype. Easier. Got kicked. I got kicked from the ECL one. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know, right? I'm just such a scumbag. I did want to watch the ECL one, but I didn't sign up properly, so the guys that did get in, lucky them. So many people joining the. I guess there's not very many battles to stream anyway, so there's that. I gotta fill out the rest of my things as well. Alrighty, let's have a look. Lots of Iron Reapers, a couple of Royal Janissaries, not very many cavalry. We've got 2 cavalries out for Kami, so it's going to be interesting how these tier 4s work out against the for the defenders. How these some tier 2s, some tier 3s. Double tier 3s is an interesting pick here. I'm not sure if they're going to get very much value out of the tier 3s, mainly because the tier 5s are really strong. And I was looking out for what the CTE's full name is, so let me just keep looking for that as we have a look-see. Ugh. And it sends me all the way down to... Again, come on, stop doing that. Alright. It just wants to keep doing that to me, doesn't it? Oh man, that gives me a headache. Whoa, wait. Whoa. Low on the trap here. Very bad mistake. Not focusing on anything. We got the Metallitor shooting towards the... I'm gonna say the right side siege tower. Left hand siege tower. Getting shot by 2 mortars just behind the wall. And the natural spawns as well. We got also some culverins, ooh, pretty far back actually. But it was in the same spot as I saw before. Interesting trying to take out... Whoa! Looks like they did take out a couple. Taking out 3, in fact. Nice shot. Kami definitely knows a couple of the spots, but one of the siege tower did go down. This right siege tower gonna be a bit slow. We got the battering ram reaching the gate, does break open. And we have a Fortibraccio with Madao pile. Whoa, double Fortibraccio with 1 Madao. We got Flamers also in the mix. No Shenji putting pressure on these guys, but they're not very important to kill anyway. With both the siege towers down, did look like the right side siege tower did go down. Wow, countering the ballista setup here. Taken out with the Metallators. Kami not doing very well right now. CTE doing super good at pressuring Kami. Now we're going for the second generation push. This, oh, for a second there I thought it would survive. Or not. Doesn't look like there was any leftover from that one. Still got quite a few siege weapons left for the defenders. 7 siege weapons, and we have both the Metallators still alive. But one of the Metallators is 3 down, so it could be either 8 or 7. No, not 8. 9 or 7. Building another culverin yet again. This culverin is mostly protected. Only one treb actually goes directly at it. The others will probably hit the side here, but the explosion damage should more or less kill it. Going to be pressured to make a move in the next 3 minutes, as probably the 3rd generation siege towers will start being pushed. This is still on the 2nd one, but it does go down really close to the wall. So that's a 3rd generation siege tower. If that 3rd generation siege tower goes down yet again, they'll have basically no time to come up through the wall towards B. Royal Janissary is going to get trebbed here. Does spot the treb, gets there out of there, but nice smack in the back. Does kill one of them. That's very unfortunate. That was just 1. Nope, 2 actually. Catching 2 of the Iron Reapers. I mean, not Iron Reapers. Now it looks like there was a hero from Kami trying to take out the 2 culverins. Unfortunately failed. Sending more and more village watchmen up onto this wall. Nothing substantial, so they're not doing for a commit. They're just more or less doing a sacrifice. Not sure what they gain from doing this. Iron Reapers could get ballisted here. Doing very good job. Looking at how many muskets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 muskets out from CTE. 6 muskets doing a good job taking out those siege weapons. And the Metallitor is doing very well taking out the 2 ballistas out here before. We got a ballista here protected by the barricade, so it's a little bit of a tricky shot to get the attack ground to destroy that. Anyway, looks like the 3rd generation siege tower did go down, but the right hand siege tower is still pushing forward, so it's kind of offset slightly because of the amount of time it takes to destroy it. It could make it. Kami is running down the time. I mean, CTE is doing a very good job to keep Kami off the wall. Again, I don't know why Riverland Castle is a very defender heavy map. I would be hard pressed to attack this map without a good team or a significant skill gap. At nearly every turn right. I mean, like, then again, Kami has not really committed for any kind of massive push. They just wanted to open up their avenues by getting these siege towers up. They've already opened up the front gate. Secondary gate is not open just yet. That's very unfortunate. I think they were banking on the right-hand siege tower making it, but that was definitely not going to happen. Left-hand siege tower going to go down again. Kami got to make a move. If Kami doesn't make a move now, then they're not going to have enough time. And CTE just got to massively commit for the first one, and even if they lose out massively, I do not believe that I do not believe Kami can take the win here. Not at the current rate. They're gonna have to win, and they're gonna have to win in such a way that it's so convincing that CTE does not have the ability to stall or set up a new defense. But wow, that's actually quite amazing. I have not seen a cauldron set up in such a way where it shoots through that. I'd normally set up the cauldron and it just hit the wall, but that cauldron actually manages. It's phasing through the wall, so I guess it's just coming out from from the inside, so it just doesn't hit the wall instead. Realistically, I mean, like, that's very unfortunate. I know how coding works for that collision to work like that. Basically, basically the projectile spawns inside the collision box, so it doesn't do a collision detection instantly, and so that it just phases right through. Alrighty, I mean, it's gonna be now or never. 4 minutes left to go. It's gonna take a little bit of time to get to your destination, and it's gonna be a long-ass fight for Kami. Could just be a massive stalemate, and that's very upsetting for the first match to be something like this. Not very much action happening. The ECL fight was probably much more interesting. Or at least on a different map. What map is ECL fight on, actually?
Nothing my axe can't handle.
ECL is also on Riverland Castle. That is brutal, if I would say. Again, every single Riverland Castle fight is absolutely bonkers. The two Metallators are still alive, so I mean, and they're at full strength. Does that mean they have 3 Metallators actually? That's interesting. They finally get a siege tower up on the wall. The right-hand siege tower is on the wall. Let's see if they get these guys through. Alright, shields in front. Iron Reapers do a big smack into sword mode. The pressure is on. We got Metallators and Flamers. Flamers coming out from the attackers. Kami really needs to push forward, but not really very much shield breakers coming through. Both sides having Flamers, but one side having Metallators, absolutely decimating this entire formation. Whoa! Metallators from the outskirts as well, absolutely decimating this pile here. Much of sacrifice. Massive climb come out, actually. There was a climb come out here on the left-hand side. I did not see that. Probably a more interesting battle winning out here. So, this is going to be another contingent going to stall out. They are here. They have the advantage. They could get the B point. One by one, CTE is jumping in. Not very much mass up here. Another spawn. Could come through the front gate and pressure A. B needs to be held for 1:30, and reinforcements from Kami could come. But no, they go through the front gate instead. Only one Port Russia. They realize this. So the B team is going to have to hold for as long as they possibly can. Keep that entire pile of CTE just heading there. As the battle at A begins, Royal Janissaries and Port Russians take the lead, pouring in with some Cataprex. Cataprex takes a massive volley. Where are they going, though? Very unfortunate. Gets stopped mostly just by the heroes. Big sacrifice. This Imperial Pike March is super early. Bad control of resources. But the swarm at A is strong. Definitely need to just take out those important ranged units. Did look like the Metallators did get taken out. The Medaus are just being let go and not bracing. No, never mind. They are bracing here on the point, but as more reinforcement from CTE just washes out the Kamikaze, not enough time to really rectify anything. It was just a rush from the get-go. Once they got that siege tower up, they just rushed in and tried to get what they could. It's a good effort, but the setup is bad. Not enough time to do anything, and again, it is what it is because it is super difficult to attack Riverland Castle, protecting the wall, protecting the front gate, and the superior mass coming out from CTE is quite obvious. And that is it for the first battle between CTE versus KAMIKAZE. I would say good. It was mostly down to massive effort from the defenders, keeping each area locked down. So long as the areas are locked down, really cannot get much value. I mean, really cannot gain any advantage for the attackers. The attackers were basically on the back foot the entire time. One guy permadeathing by the end of that, only having a very surprising actually, because there were only two massive fights near the end of that, and so permadeathing here is quite interesting. Massive fight, massive losses for the surf unit, so that's not really much important since the surf units don't really equate to much. But the quick fight here at the right-hand siege tower, and then a climb. I didn't see this, but there was a climb here, and that caught them off guard, heading towards B, and but it was still just a it was still so they caught up to the B. They got to the B point. They had superiority on the B point, but couldn't quite catch the B as reinforcements come in. Landslide victory as more and more pour in. But the A point, then a massive battle at the A point, just taken over as cleaning up at B was very quick, and the forces at A almost got set up properly. The respawn was probably too slow. Teams doing like I'm very surprised that two of the Kamikaze guys still got value out of their units, so well, still got unit value, almost hitting 900, but of course the offenders having much advantage. I think the Flamers or the Metallators getting the most, otherwise the Iron Reapers at the front not being fought uncontested in some scenarios was very, very strong. But that will be all for that battle. Let's continue on to the next one. Let's hope I haven't missed it. I have spent too much time talking about the score for this that they've just straight up ran the battle, and I missed it, which is very upsetting. So, second battle for CTE versus KAMIKAZE. KAMIKAZE are going to be defending this time. CTE, let's see if you can attack. Let's see if KAMIKAZE can hold the defense. If KAMIKAZE can hold the defense, we could see a field vassal. We haven't really seen the strength of both teams. We've just seen them under pressure. KAMIKAZE probably being put under the most pressure as coming in with a nasty defeat on the attack, because honestly, that is a pretty crushing defeat. Not a chance of winning any advantage at any turn. But let's see if they can dish that out back to CTE. I believe KAMIKAZE does have the quality of commitment to contest, but whether or not they can win is another question. It will be on Riverland Castle yet again, so it's going to be a defender-sided map, in my opinion. So, KAMIKAZE, let's hope you can hold the defense. I'd love to see a field battle. Field battle really puts your cavalry strength into question. How good are you at cavalry, and also how good are you at strategy? There's plenty of factors that could affect how strong a team is on a field battle, and it is quite an equalizer. A field battle really relies on teams working together and really relies on those good players seizing opportunity when they see it. But we should be heading into the next battle very shortly. Yeah, sorry folks, I really do wish I could be streaming the ECL battle right now, but unfortunately I just didn't sign up for I didn't sign up for it properly, so I just get these ones. CTE, who's CTE? Just trying to check out the name. CrazyTigerEntertainment. That's what they're called. All right, CTE didn't go with cavalry the last time. Does go with 2 cavalry this time. 2 Metallators coming out from KAMIKAZE. Looks like using tertials instead of the Shinji Grenadiers. Bagpipers is going to be an interesting pick. I got 1 Flamers. In terms of ranged units, only 4 ranged units coming out. We got 1 support unit. Lots of Claymores. Claymores is a special pick. Both sides using Claymores, in fact. And a Banner Guard coming out from CTE. CTE doesn't look like to be going with very many Royal Janissaries. Looking to probably go in with the Iron Reaper Death Ball. And as I said before, they had 6 musket the last time, 2 of which have switched out to pike. So, massive, like, range on the wall, definitely very, very, very meta when you have the advantage like this. Musket on the wall is a killer, definitely an important asset. Alrighty, we're straight off the bat. We're gonna get the 2 siege towers getting pushed up. Let's see if they push the battering ram. Yes, they push the battering ram as well. A Treb on the center. Center Culverin getting trebbed. Natural spawn as well. Interesting that they didn't try to shoot it out. Most of the time, yep, looks like both sides didn't try to shoot it out. They'll probably try to aim to treb this one as well, or they just bomb it out. Ooh, that was an interesting Culverin shot. I don't know where that came from. Whoa, there it is. In the back here. That is going to be a difficult shot, if I do say so. Don't have very many markers, and this tree is in the way. This tree is really tall, by the way. Alrighty, the left-hand siege tower did go down. The right-hand siege tower is getting shot, so it will probably go down. And it's got Metallators on it as well. Lots of mortars. We got 4 mortars stacked up super heavy here. A climb with surf units. Any trebs gonna come through? Whoa! This is a strategy I've seen before. We got some Namcans shooting in the mix here, trying to get some bleed stacks. The longer they fight, the more damage they will take. That bleed stack can rack up to 10 stacks. 10 stacks of 1000 damage could kill an Iron Reaper from full health. Could be a loss of the tertials if this comes in. Oh, golly. Very lucky. Very few tertials died there. Even that shot only damaged them. And they disappear. Doesn't look like... we got 1 loss here. 1 body, dead body. More and more. This is good suppression. Good suppression for surf units just coming up here. You don't want to let these guys roam free, but you don't exactly want to take free shots, especially when you're contesting higher tier units versus lower tier units. In this case scenario, I'd have someone with lower tier units just fight off the higher tier units, mostly come down to friendly fire. The Metallators are trying to take out the middle, left and the right hand siege tower yet again. I think they did go down as I was watching this pile just come in. Here comes the Iron Reaper yet again. Lots of sacrifices, but again, losses coming out from KAMIKAZE. 28, and that's 28 high tier units. Not very good to lose such high quality units to all of this surf units. Even if it's 10 to 1, this is really good. 10 deaths of these surfs to 1 kill from these guys. Massive pickup, I would say. Good exchange. But having a look at the amount of, almost half of the siege weapons being used, 15 for each. This is a siege, and it feels like one as archers raining down hell onto this wall. Keeping up the pressure. Don't want those bleed stacks to stack up too much, but the arrows don't exactly deal too much damage for you to worry about too much. This siege tower will go down again. Does look like the 2 Metallators are doing their work. Slowly and surely we'll crunch that down. Interesting the tertials keep rocking around here. So someone just It's just following someone, I believe. Is it a bait? The terrestrials probably... I would, like, I'm surprised how much damage these terrestrials have taken. Like, tankiest ranged unit of the game. And here comes another Treb onto some... onto those Iron Reapers. Iron Reapers takes a heavy hit, but the Treb does hit high. Again, this is a good thing. Kamikaze keeping them off the wall, not letting them gain any advantage as they throw more and more surf units. They do look like they want to send up some Iron Reapers, so they better get ready for a big commitment here. They're running down the clock, which is really good. It's now 6 minutes. This is kind of the kind of pressure you would expect from an attacking team here on Riverland Castle. Kamikaze didn't do this, and definitely did not exchange as well. 47 dead. That's 47 high tier units dead, and that is a massive pickup in the exchange of battle. All of this losses, the 422, they're just surf units. They're worth less than those 47 of those high tier units. That's almost 3 whole units of Iron Reapers. That's almost... That's definitely enough to turn the tide. Ballistas, mixture of ballistas, Namcans, and the Metallitors. The Metallitors doing work, I believe, keeping up the pressure. Here comes a double climb of Iron Reapers. Might be a triple climb as more come up through the right side stairs. The Tertials getting left alone, just getting clapped really easily. Iron Reaper pile from the defender side comes in, wipes out one of the Iron Reapers, clapped onto the second one as more and more units rock up. We got some Claymores coming out in the mix. We got a whole unit of Iron Reapers coming out, and this Iron Reaper Death Ball is losing. In fact, we got enough on guard shooting. Enough on guard finally make it up onto the wall. Those Namcans are making some value. They're gonna lose V here, and that is pretty devastating. In fact, gonna lose the wall as well. Getting attacked from both sides. This Royal Janissary is a sitting duck. Going to be overwhelmed by sheer numbers very shortly. Iron Reapers versus Iron Reaper and a Royal Janissary. And as the losses continue to mount up, this is pretty devastating. Losing the wall and massive advantages. I believe the muskets from KAMIKAZE will probably start switching out. They're going to let B go. That's very interesting that they would let B go here. But the wall is taken, and they don't look to be taking it back. Left-hand siege tower does make it to the wall. Right-hand siege tower not being pushed, but they have one siege tower up the wall, and KAMIKAZE does not want to be there. We got 2 people dead for now. They're going to be respawning very shortly. Let's have a look at the deaths. Alright, 8 people died in the meantime. We got 1 person, 2 people very low on health. I mean, very... gonna go with 1 life right now. That is devastating. 1 more person just died. I'm not sure where he died from, but this is turning out for the worst. KAMIKAZE down by 6 lives. 6 lives could be very important in a war of attrition. But right now, I do think the advantage does go for CTE. CTE having good advantage, moving up to a strange position with double claymores. Looks like they are going to posture for a supply point push. Coming down from the other side. Could be a catch. No, brace, brace, brace at the bottom of the stairs. No, you're going to have a huge loss as the mountain of units coming down on them like a ton of bricks. Nafan guards also blowing them to pieces. We've got some supporting fire from Metallitors. Whoa! Taking a fight on 2 fronts. This is bad. KAMIKAZE needs to get those flamers out on the right-hand side. Right-hand side is falling like a ton of bricks, and too many units getting blown through. Now they're completely surrounded, but they do clean up the Metallitors on the backside. Metallitors supporting fire, just not in position. The building is in the way. We also have KAMIKAZE coming up from the rear. Holy shit. This is a flank in a flank of a flank, but the Nafan guards out from the attackers absolutely burn the pile at the bottom of the stairs. That's probably what KAMIKAZE tried to do on the front side of A, but it looks like they failed. Huge losses. The Madao definitely trying to hold back the pile right now. Delay for time. A looks to be grabbed. Front gate is broken open. Whoa! Your Madao losing out to Palace Guards. That's not very good. Whew! What a bunch of action happening all at once. I would say that's a devastating loss. Massive loss there. Huge pickup as well. Like, the surf units were down by like almost 400 units, almost 300 units. I mean, almost 400 units. It was about 300 plus. Now only about 200. That's a 100 unit pickup. So not only did KAMIKAZE lose out a couple of the higher tier units in the smaller engagement, they lost more units in the massive engagements. And as you can see, they're down to quite a thin line of defense right now. I'm not sure if these surf units are going to be able to withstand the tidal wave of higher tier units going to come out from CTE. CTE is going to be CTE is probably just going to rip right through with the sheer quality of the units. Both sides still have units at hand, not very down to desperate measures. Gonna try to slow them down with the musket bombs. Oh my goodness. Gonna try to attack them from both hand sides. We got the Mez Pikemen on one hand side. We got Bordebrachios in a good position. We got some... Oh, nice Halberdier Sergeants. Keep those Halberdier Sergeants alive. Keep throwing units inside of there. Gotta take out those Flamers. I definitely throw my bombs at that Flamer. Try to hit it. KAMIKAZE trying to throw some Flamers in, but they're up on the wall here. You can't outmass them right now. CTE also throwing in some Cataphracts. Cataphracts of the defender's side are not coming out yet. Where are they? Here they are. Gets caught by Madaus. Unfortunately, charges in a bad position and completely washed up. The front line is completely destroyed, but the center mass is holding strong. Rear is being dealt with by one Madao. Side of Claymores coming out. Wow, as you can see, KAMIKAZE getting blitzed right through. Quality of units is a thing. Like, no way they could have held against the sheer quality of units. You really needed to extend out the fight. Somehow. Have something to your advantage. The most you've got was this Metallitor, but looks like a longbow just shot them out. Probably just a shortbow, actually. Oof, very brutal indeed. CTE will end this, and they will stranglehold the spawn point. Only one way out. And looking at the revives, there's only 7 revives left. Don't think they'll be able to get out at this rate, so it'll be an easy clap as the point gets capped. I do think the point gets capped if you have more players on it. It only takes about 20 seconds to cap it. Congratulations, CTE. Congratulations. That's very unfortunate for KAMIKAZE, both losing the attack and the defense. Does look like CTE has the better, is the better team, performing extraordinarily aggressive on the attack and doing super well for strangleholding the defense. Did not let KAMIKAZE gain any light of day. But KAMIKAZE could also, should definitely work on their strategy when it comes down to gaining an advantage while trying to take the wall. It was a good climb out from, it was a massive climb out from CTE. Really good effort from KAMIKAZE, but I think they should have committed to the wall, should have had everyone go up there, challenge those climbers, and win the day. That way they could have held the wall for a little bit longer. Lots of permadeath coming out, only 1, 2, about 7 guys, probably 7 guys still left alive at the end. Performance-wise, KAMIKAZE definitely lacking this time around, not even getting anyone above 800. One guy, 700 here, doing very well as a top ranker, probably getting some value out of the Nafan guards. But also doing extremely well was the setup from the attackers. The setup from the attackers does mean that everyone was committed. Some guys ranking below, but I think that's just due to being in the center of the pack and not at the front or the rear. Front or the rear definitely took much of the damage. Clean up for the rest of these folks. Lots of kills though, very little deaths, so it does look like superiority in quality of heroes. So, congratulations CTE yet again. They are the Crazy Tiger Entertainment. Unfortunately for Kamikaze, they did lose, so 1.2 CTE. I'm not sure how that ends up in scoring phase, but we'll see at the end of the day. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. We'll take a look at... Let's see if... Yeah, not going to be anything for a while. So, I hope you guys stick around. It's going to be around about 25 minutes before the next battle starts. But I will be watching DIDYT versus JKKT. Otherwise, the DIDYT. Who's DIDYT, actually? I don't know who DIDYT is. Oh, yeah. DIDYT. So these are both teams that we've seen before. DIDYT and JekktUltras. I do believe DIDYT is not very good. I think I've watched DIDYT before. Not very good team. JekktUltras, definitely probably the better of the two. And probably not shown their true strength just yet. Probably didn't get enough of a challenge from the last guys they faced. So I do think that JekktUltras will win this next set of battles. But until we get to see them, well, we'll get to see them in a short while. I hope you guys can stay around for that. But otherwise, I'll catch you guys in a little while. I'm gonna eat this sweet corn soup that's just sitting in front of me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be right back. Thanks for the raid, brother. Oh my goodness. Ah! I hope everyone. Thanks for the raid. 3 minutes in the past. I hope you're gonna. I hope you guys enjoy. Uh, enjoy my comment. Enjoy. Enjoy my commentary for the DIDYT versus JKKT. Ah, man. It's gonna be on Hidden City, which is like, again, all of these maps are just like, why? Like, it's not any of the regular maps that I see, like Harbor City or Wallfort. That's really cool. I'm watching a different channel do like a trailer that has it's like a supercut of like all of the other trailers. There's still 5 minutes to go, so I'm just finishing up real quickly. I just wanted to hop back and tell Oryx, thanks for the raid. Well, the Grimm Brothers, thanks for the raid. So I hope you guys can bear with me for the next few minutes. Alright, that is done. So, those of you that are joining us today, this is the 4th day of scoring phase. We've got a couple more days for scoring phase. I'm not sure how the points are adding up just yet. We have scoring phases up until 26th. Wow, this is going to go on for a really long time, in fact. There's a lot of scoring. A lot of scoring. But with that being said, the other battles are... Here are the other 2 battles that are going on. So check out the, well, 3 minutes in the past. This is really confusing. I'm going to put in some of the other battles if you guys want to watch those as well. Whoa! Starting a bit mid ahead, but anyway. DIDT versus Jekkt. It's JekktUltras. Oh man, I keep saying jerk. Like JekktUltras. Like, it doesn't have an R in it. Anyway, DIDT, or did it go on attack first here on Hidden City. Lots of short swords coming out from the defenders here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 short swords, 3 mauls. Not very many short swords, but a ton of pike coming out from the attackers. We got 7 pikes coming out from the defenders. Ah, attackers, sorry. Not defenders. Gonna be interesting to see who comes out on top here. We got two range specialists with the Metallitor and the Chenji Grenadiers. One Natfan guards coming out from Natalie. Natalie? Yeah. Natalia. Natalia. I am saying that right. Lots of heavy infantry. No, one. Only one Royal Janissary. We got one Cataphract. We got a cavalry user with going with Cataphract. Lancers with Tundra Humans. Got a Keshig out on the field. Very interesting pick with Cataphract Lancers. With another Cataphract Lancers also in reserve. One Metallitor, two Metallitor for the attackers. Let's see how well they use them. We got enough Guards and Shenji Renadiers as well. So, all in all, we got a pike heavy team versus a somewhat heavy armored team, but we got a lot of short swords coming out for the defenders. Definitely good for blocking and definitely surviving. That Ironside is pretty strong with 125% defense increase. You basically take 0 damage while that thing is up, but a good old musket volley could probably send you into the grave 6 feet under. The SK versus VNI battle is not happening, so the guys there gave up. They gave up. Up. I think that's going to be most of what the SK. I think the SK team basically gave up all of their battles. Yeah. SK gave up completely. There are some teams that gave up completely, so unfortunately the SK versus VNI didn't happen. But anyway, let's get an update on the battlefield. We got the right-hand siege tower getting bombarded a little bit, but we got the middle siege tower getting hit pretty hard halfway through, not even anywhere near it. And also the left-hand siege tower also taking massive hits. We got the wall, still got one cannon on that left-hand side. Jenkins also pulling out the culverins, not very many so far. No, actually they have plenty of culverins, but it's probably in the back. This is the strategy they used. This is the strategy that was used first time I saw it was on Harbor City. Probably sent that culverin too far back. Placement is too far away from each other, I think. Not gonna see anyone be able to get inside the city and take out those culverins, so they're pretty safe, untrebbable, because there is a maximum distance for trebs. What's my opinion about the EU team? I'm on a 3 minutes delay, so I'm answering a question from 3 minutes from the past. I would say the EU team definitely got a knack of working together. They're definitely not the kind of they're definitely better than your average team. They're not going to see very much of a challenge through the scoring phase, as most of the people they'll face in the scoring phases are quite average or not good at all. We have one guy, Jongs, accidentally DCing. That's not very good. Not very good at all. Defenders are down one person. Let's see if he comes back. I hope he does come back. I hate to see a 14v15. But continue on. JekktUltras, like, I haven't seen any good teams. I haven't seen any good teams face them. Like, even DIDYT. While watching DIDYT, I didn't particularly see anything of note in their strategies nor in their play styles. They're a little bit, how to say, it really comes down to individual skills sometimes. And when it comes down to these teams that I haven't seen before, it's hard to say whether or not they worked good together or they got good strategy. Everything seems pretty standard. I've seen plenty of these Metallators shooting over the wall instead of directly on top of the wall. Good counter with the mortar coming in very close, but unfortunately I don't think it's going to be able to be enough in order to take out the siege tower. Very close left-hand siege tower getting there. Middle and right-hand siege tower only halfway dead, but they are getting really, really close. I think Jekk's going to drop the ball on this one by letting the middle siege tower get on the wall. They've readjusted the aim. Culverin shot. One guy jumps down. Definitely a terrible mistake. Does get on the wall regardless. He jumped down for nothing. Unfortunately, Ice Eagle does take out again. Jekkt here, dropping the ball, being too comfortable with just watching those siege towers move forward. Right-hand siege tower does go down, but middle siege tower does getting on the wall. This is probably still a death sentence. A massive setup could come here, sit here, and this structure sort of protects them from trebs. You can get a lot of trebs landing on these posts. These posts do have hitboxes, and they will protect units inside of it. So that is going to be a good position for Jekkt to sit. Although it is expected that the moment they go for the defenses, they will get trebbed immediately. A very narrow space to come up the siege tower. If you're able to choke this section of the siege tower, you're pretty much golden. They will be too terrifying to get up, and it will be too costly to force their way through. But if you give them too much space, if they get past these sections here, you got to push them right out, or they're going to straight away be able to counter push you as more and more units get up safely and are able to mass up properly, able to switch from left to right. But it doesn't look like a stack is ready to rumble, looking to push the right-hand siege tower a little bit more. Metallators look like to have reloaded or have disappeared off the battlefield. Only one Mettallator right now from Jekkt. Does look like Longs did return, but does look like it sacrificed one of his lives. Very unfortunate. Double Culverins being built here at the last second, I believe, and it's just very unfortunate. We got some Bowl Sack units, otherwise called the Barosian Wildflame. Barosian Wildflames are quite an interesting unit. I underestimate the CC they dish out, and I'm definitely underestimate how much damage these guys can put out. Looks like these are bottom line. I think it's bottom line. Bottom line does more impact damage, and it can be painful. Each of these guys can do up to 900 damage, and I've used these guys to take out things that are as tough as Iron Reapers. The flame themselves won't deal with Iron Reapers, but the impact will hurt like a bitch. 900 damage, and considering that most units will only do around about 600 damage to Iron Reapers after all of that damage resistance and armor, Iron Reapers are really the tankiest unit in the game. Taking damage like a boss. This siege tower will go down yet again, and that's very bad. Friendly fire from Metallators is possible, and so shooting your own siege tower is basically trying to get your own thing killed. Does look like the Culverins in the back ran out. Doesn't look like Jekkt has any more Culverins left to bear. What happened to your Metallators? You had 2 Metallators ready, and you couldn't set them up here to take out this right-hand siege tower. They go straight up this siege tower. They don't care. They're thinking that this right-hand siege tower is a done deal the moment it's up. But we got some Iron Reapers coming in. They're going to see a lot of pain. They think this is free kills, but just watch out for these Flamers. Flamers do come in. Iron Reapers absorbing the charge. Well done, Surf units. But here comes some Flamers. Flamers angling badly, but this will still crush the Iron Reapers. Iron Reapers still surviving, just barely. But a awkward Imperial Pike March kinds of cleaves a way through. Whoa, Barosian Wildflames coming out from Jekkt. Kinds of stalls out this attack. Probably actually the ground fire one. Medaus did get taken care of. Not sure how the effectiveness does work out. We've got the Jenkins still defending the wall here. Could be coming up with a sacrifice. Does look like a massive sacrifice here with a push. So it's just going to be a direct confrontation up here on the wall. a little bit in favors of the attackers, but they are getting flanked by some Iron Reapers. Iron Reapers cleaving the attacking force in half right here. Iron Reapers versus Iron Reapers, but the mass of Iron Reapers for the defenders is bigger. A sacrifice of the Medal here on the main point. I think they just friendly fired Treb too much here, so that was a bad exchange. Good exchange coming out from the defenders here. Massive pickup. Massive pickup. We got a leading 90 unit kills. Those 90 unit kills will come in handy. We got 2 minutes left to go. I see why they took the fight on the wall. They're going to drain these guys to nothing. Going in with Cataprex. I think DIDYT not coming in with high tier infantry, not guaranteeing that wall, was probably the mistake here. I've seen this before where cavalry comes out and intercepts some reinforcing. They're rushing, and this intercept of the reinforcing will probably take out a couple of the Shenji Grenadiers. The Iron Reapers are waltzing on through. Does go into Tiger Step and clap that back half of the Cataphract. That Cataphract getting absolutely eaten up, creating a lot of space here. This Medal needs to reform, rearm. Here comes a charge. No, you unbrace at the wrong point! Claymore's also in the mix, going to support those Iron Reapers with a mighty old buff. But Medal's reinforced the section. This is going to be a strong chokehold from both sides. But coming up the right-hand siege tower, we got another Medal and some Iron Reapers just fighting at all sections. Going in with the flail, though. Flail and a mixture of flail and sword. Sword is better against non-armored, non-shielded units. And 35 seconds left to go. Jekkt is doing their best to stall for time. There's just heroes here on the point here. Massive unit advantage coming out for the attackers. The attackers need to get on this point. Kill the last 2 remaining heroes. Last remaining hero, last 3 heroes just making it to the wall. They will juggle it, doing a very good job. Those Medals get in place, get ready for some smacking. We got 2 seconds left to go. It does look like JekktUltras will actually take the defense. Nicely done. Every single one of them committing for this defense. Well done. But if this, I will be honest here, if this went on for any longer, Jekkt will probably have a very tough fight on their hand. Running out of time at the end. Jekkt doing a wonderful job at keeping that A point off of the enemy. The enemy attackers failing to capture that A because of the lack of strength on the wall. Committing on the wall is a good. I think more people should commit for the wall. Committing for the wall is a good way to upset the attacker's flow. Sometimes there are attacks where they don't incorporate a defense. When you're the attackers, you have to keep in mind at every point the defenders could be defending, you need to have a plan in order to counter that. It is up to the defenders to choose the hard points. Those hard points could be A, can be B, it can be the base point. Those hard points are the biggest fights and the most difficult to organize for, so you got to keep a plan up for that. DIDYT, again, running out of time, mostly unable to set up for a proper assault. Rushing in at the end there, good job for Jekkt, running down the time, keeping the pressure up on those siege towers. Those siege towers are destroyed constantly. Dropping the ball in the mid-time, I think if Jekkt didn't drop that middle siege tower from getting to the wall, they could have kept them off the wall completely, and it just ran down the timer with an absolute victory. But dropping that siege tower, that middle siege tower, allowed enough pressure to get the right-hand siege tower up. With both siege towers up on the wall, they didn't know left or their right. But finally, coming down to it, the Jekkt did their very best, I would say, in trying to keep the wall control, which is much more preferred than just trying to play it out. Once you lose the wall, a lot of people, once you get siege towers up on the wall, a lot of people refuse to defend it. But Jekkt did a very good job running down that time, and I do believe that if it comes down to a longer fight, and if they did get A, JekktUltra probably wouldn't have the assets in order to beat out the remainders. It's very upsetting. So well done to JekktUltras, still holding on. Now we're gonna go to the second battle of the night. I mean, the second match between DIDYT and JekktUltras. it is interesting to note that the the kinds of how to say it's kind of surprising to see how much Jerk was struggling in the second push. I think both sides were not prepared. Both sides were very rushed. I didn't take a look at the scoreboard. My goodness. I'll let you guys decide. The scoreboard does show a lot of other things that you probably missed out from just watching, but JekktUltras have normally shown better control over the heroes, and even in this scenario here, being able to stay alive as a hero on the A point, I think did it, even though coming in with plenty of pikes, unable to... was it pikes? I think it was pikes. Man, now I can't remember. We just watched the battle. But it's pretty impressive, I would say. Like, it's a struggle for DIDYT to kill Jerkt, which is very surprising because I'd expect with the choice of the pike really coming in to choose to take out the heroes. I do agree. The push with DYT with the Pike Militia leading the way with the Metallators coming up, absorbing the Iron Reaper charge, I do think that it was a good usage of units, but it was also a bad play in that scenario, mainly because they were running out of time. The first push should have been a continuous stream of them. They should have went in with their strongest unit first up, because if they got on the wall, they can maintain a supply of units up on that wall. Coming in from the left, coming in from the right, I would have thought that once you're up on the wall and you stabilize one of the siege towers, a team would focus on sending more units up and do a more slower, more secured push. But DYT, a little bit impatient, say the least, not securing the right, not securing the left, not condensing in a fashion where it would be much more difficult for the attackers to push them off. For the defenders to push them off. It was a scattered fight and it was a rushed fight, and I do think DYT has the advantage here as the attackers because the Trebs are very terrifying, but also JekktUltra suffering very heavily on the second rotation because during the second rotation, JekktUltra coming in staggered like that, not coming in as a strong pile, really lends to the attackers being able to gain an advantage on smaller fights. So the defenders dropping the ball from unable to keeping the attack defenders coming in one direction, or just coming in from a tight direction, a defended direction, that is. But it's also the fault of the attackers not coming in with their strongest strength to blow right through the defenders. The first attack should have been their only attack on the wall if they wanted to really win. So I also think I can blame the cavalry guy coming out from DIDYT. He ran Cataprex, Tundra Humans, Pike Militia, and Village Watchmen. That is not a bad unit setup, but in this scenario, you've gotten one guy that's going to be completely useless on the wall. You need that infantry, you need that strength, you need that power. If someone commits all onto the wall, cavalry is useless. I've seen this happen before on a Harbor City match a long time ago. I think it was actually ECL defending. They had massive infantry superiority. They only needed to win the first engagement. After the first engagement, the enemy had no units to contest them on the wall. They only had cavalry. They grabbed that supply point. That supply point was easy to grab, but They could not get up on the wall on Harbor City. That A defense was untouchable because they were uncontested while on that wall. Superiority in infantry was all they needed. And here as well, how you set up is very important. Your units, Jekkt coming out with the Metallitor and Shenji Grenadier, so specializing in ranged. So really need to protect this guy from getting clapped on. We also have a second Metallitor Shenji combination. We got 1, 2, 3 Cataphracts out in reserve. Those Cataphracts will be very important when it comes down to a B push. No Imperial Pikemen, so Imperial Pikemen could be extraordinarily useful in countering the Medaus. Medaus are susceptible to Imperial Pikemen, mainly because getting knocked down is a pain in the ass. We got 1, 2, 3 Cavalry, 2 Cataphracts, and 1 Keshig. Very interesting to see. Leaderboard. Yeah, that is a very important question, actually. What is the current scores for all the teams in this scoring phase? That is a question that I would like to ask myself. Alrighty, just having a look as I also send out that question so I don't forget. Alrighty, back again as I send that question off. Probably won't get an answer tonight, but it will be a good score sheet. It would be good to see an update on the teams. We got the right-hand siege tower getting pelted by Metallitors. Metallitors doing a wonderful job just dealing damage to these siege weapons. Constant stream. This is actually a bad position. This is super trebable. You get up on top of the siege tower. If the siege tower gets close enough, you can actually see these guys. Oh, siege tower did go down. Actually, you can't see these guys because this stupid thing's in the way. Oh, now they're gone. But it would still be a difficult ask in order to actually get. Still be a difficult ask. Looks like all the siege towers go down. Does look like all the siege tower goes down. Good mortar usage of mortars, taking out those culverins up on the wall. That's why having them at the back here is a good idea. Long shots, as long as your shots count. They do not suffer reduction in damage when covering distance. Also, good positions are out on the corner. Very, very difficult to hit them. One fascinating spot I used to use is this corner here because how the angle of you put them at the top of these stairs because it will either go shallow or go high, and it's very far away. As long as it goes high, you'll never be hit if it goes shallow. So if a lot of the shots go shallow, you'll only get explosion damage. So you can normally take quite a few shots. Very difficult for direct hits. You would be very unlucky to get direct hit on a stairs like that. I'd also use this stairs here as well, using the same kind of tactic. You put them slightly behind, lower than the stairs, and just shoot up just slightly, so you don't hit the stairs themselves. Middle siege tower does go down yet again. Right-hand siege tower making their way downtown, and we have the right-hand siege tower also making their way. We got the front gate bashing down. We got cataphracts ready to go. Interesting to see some Medaus very far in front and not braced, which is also very interesting. Making some headway with some sacrifices. JekkkTultras going in. Ice Eagle also dying for a cauldron. Nicely done, though. That cauldron was good. Gonna let those Metallators go. Front gate is open, so the kills for the Metallators were for free. Kicking out a couple of units. Probably have less to deal with when it comes down to the fight at the end. Coming in with a whoa! A nice catch. One of the cataphracts out from the attackers were let go. Basically, catching a massive pile. That is brutal, if I do say so. Oh, looks like an assassin. An assassin assassinated most of that Metallitor. I don't think that Metallitor is going to be very effective now at suppressing those siege towers. Look like the left-hand siege tower did make it to the wall. Right-hand siege tower getting very close. We got 6 artilleries left from the defenders. Let's get some more artilleries here on the right-hand side. Oh, this thing's going to make it to the wall. Even if it does make it to the wall, this left-hand siege tower is a very good siege tower, in fact. You set up on here on this wall. They stack up here, or they stack up on this corner. Stacking up in this corner is a death sentence. You come down slightly on here, you get treb. You stack up on top of this, you get treb. This section here is probably the safest spot, because naturally the trebs will either go too high, so they'll land in front of you, or too shallow, so they'll land behind you. Man, this is not good. Right-hand siege tower did make it to the wall. That's very upsetting. The defenders also dropping the ball, but 6 minutes left to go. We got the middle siege tower also being pressed on. I think Jekk will have enough time for 2 attacks. Jekk really needs a win here. No one on the left-hand side, so everyone's here on the middle. Going to be a hero versus hero fight just at the beginning. No units involved. I think DIDYT should really commit the units immediately. Going to catch one short sword. This is very bad. Their poleaxe is gotten caught. And here comes reinforcements now. He survives by the skin of his teeth, but he does go down to a musket bomb. Royal Janissaries versus Royal Janissaries right now. Advantage to Jekkt as they just pulverize the Royal Janissaries out of position. Really slow on the reaction here. You should have seen this from the wall. They're up here on the wall right now. Now a massive pile going to come in. Iron Reapers. We got some Flamers also coming in. Immediate Treb. Good. This is going to mess them up pretty badly. But 2 shots get blocked by the siege tower. Not very good. And it goes into nothing, actually. I don't think anything hit into the center of that pile. But sheer mass is winning out on the day. So, reinforcements get pushed off completely. So, this is going to be the scary part for the defenders. The defenders have been pushed off from one of the sides, and the tidal wave is going to turn around and go straight for this point. I think this is a perfect time for DIDYT to just let it go. Massive losses by both hands side, but you are up. Do not sacrifice what does not need to be sacrificed. Get your tertiaries out of there, as the attacking team will try to cut anything. We'll try to catch any unit out here on top of this wall. The tertiaries getting slapped. No! What are you doing? Oh my god, these Iron Reapers also taking the long route. Everything you tried to gain from holding that A point, you have now lost. The call to abandon the A point is upsetting because it is so slow. DIDYT's reaction is very slow, indecisive. A lot of players playing like they're playing solo, trying to gain an advantage when there is none. Your team is already at setting up for B, and you're still on the wall. What are you doing? Metallitor suppressing the supply point. I think DIDYT really needs to get more members here. On the left-hand side, we got some guys on the ground, in fact. Call for help. Medals, call for help! Disrupting the formation. That is good, but it's actually very bad to move into that formation. As you can see, both sides taking heavy losses. I think the Pike did a good job disrupting formation, but I think it did a terrible job sending those medals into a curvature formation like that. Really bad in the end, because they get caught as reinforcements appears. Lots of heroes on the ground. Whoa! No! Do not let this happen! Medals! Medals! Send in the medals! Nice pickup though. Good commitment. Look at those short swords go. They're fast. They're super fast. One gets caught out. Barbarossa. Instantly annihilated. Metallitor's shooting into the pile, taking out those Shenji Grenadiers. Those Shenji Grenadiers taking a beating, in fact. Their other Cataphract getting caught here is massive. Wow, what are you doing, my dude? Cataphract users out on the field. Massive loss of Royal Janissaries as well. At every turn, a small pickup. A little bit of loss here for the attackers, but a big pickup for big pickup for the attackers. The defenders are dropping the ball here as well, setting up these medals, and they just get trampled on through. Really, everything's fallen apart. There is basically nothing here on the field that can contest the attackers right now. I just waltz right on through, slap these guys in the face. Lots of village watchmen out as well. Quite a few people dead. You can brute force this fight. Doesn't have to be the supply point. You can just fight this out. Keshik in the back, going to be pretty useless with so much Medal on the field. Could have caught those Royal Janissaries. Get him! Nah, Royal Janissaries get out for free. Very unfortunate. So, these Medals here, they're looking to get these Cataphracts in, but those Cataphracts will never get in. Realistically, you want these Cataphracts to move around, go in from the front. Or catch them from the side here. This would be really good. Catch them from one side, catch them from the left-hand side as they push in with Imperial Pikemen. Imperial Pikemen pushing in heavily. Medals versus Medal getting clapped off. Shield, Sally Forth. Not Sally Forth. Is it Sally Forth? No, it's not Sally Forth. Ah! It's Shield Charge. I forgot what it's called. Still holding the superiority here, but they get the supply point here on the left-hand side. Left-hand side has fallen. Only the Medals left. These Medals are just holding back the reinforcements. But the center is in favor of the attackers. When Metallitors are out of ammo, send them home! Medals also out on the field. The Cataphracts are just sitting. Again, Cataphracts are in position, but they're not willing to do anything. You really should have came in from the front. Sweep out. Charge them straight through. Swing them back around. DIDT is coming back in. Imperial Pikemen slowly marching on through. Cataphracts just making a mess out of DIDT's Shenji Grenadiers. Massive catch of those Imperial Pikemen. Finally! Yikes, man. You should have had those Cataphracts in position ages ago. Those Demez Pikemen will stop the Cataphracts, which is very fascinating to see. Got a special all for one skill. But the quality of units are definitely showing as those Demez Pikemen just get absolutely bodied. You'd have to go for the primary defense, sending in your Iron Reapers. Iron Reapers, which could be very valuable. Not turning to face the Medals, but turning to face something else. Ah, that's very unfortunate. Turn to face these Woodcutters by the looks of it. Cataphracts coming through, slams right through the Demez Pikemen. My goodness, they're trying to hold the B point. This is all or nothing for them here at the B point because it's just going to be an absolute wash for the rest of the game. Hey, DIDT, you're dropping the ball at too many turns.
Summons you.
Jerk's taking advantage of every time you try to poke your head out. You poke your head out. You're DIDT failing at scouting. Failing at scouting at where the enemy is strong, where the enemy is weak. They're taking fights they shouldn't, and they're getting caught out where they shouldn't be. They need more communication. DIDT is putting up a great effort, but they're just simply not up to the task of strategy where their team needs to work together. Really good coming out from Jerkt instead. Jerkt coming in with every angle protected. If you want to come in from one side, you gotta have to take a massive fight. Those Medals protecting the rear was very important. A very slow approach. Very good in maintaining maintaining discipline, not rushing to battle. They got that supply point, and that supply point instantly got that left-hand side off your back, concentrating on the right-hand side. Right-hand side coming in, losing the supply point. Absolutely massive loss. Well done. Gonna go with 1300 unit score here. Big, big unit score here. But the rest of them doing very well indeed. Very minimal. Well, I say minimal. Almost one death for all of them. A little bit coming up for 2 on a couple of them. That's around about half their lives gone. That is very good to say. We got a couple of good performers. I mean, like, outstanding performers in hero kills. We got 607, 519. Those two definitely the outliers. You normally get 2 or maybe 3 hero kills before you start looking at becoming a absolute murdering god. But coming out from the defenders here, doing not too terrible themselves, but a lot of lacking in unit kills. Again, dropping those high tier units in those scenarios was definitely a death sentence. Cataphract 1 getting caught, Cataphract 2 getting caught. Both the Cataphracts getting caught out was an absolute failure. Those 2 Cataphract users, absolute mistake to get out of position. Every single time someone getting caught out of position, DIDYT, you really need to consolidate your strategy, and you need to get your team's head to look at the bigger picture. You need to be in position, you need to be ready to retreat, ready to advance. When you're set up, you look good, but when you're scrambling to battle, when you're scrambling to fight these guys at every turn, it looks terrible. Jekkt doing very good on setting up, doing very good at emergency fights. These guys definitely committing for those small grabs. I love the play of the short swords and the long swords going in for those Metallitors. Those Metallitors were that Metallitor cools with just the goon squad of heroes taking them out, and that Imperial Pikeman could do nothing. Even though you didn't kill the Imperial Pikeman, that Metallitor was dead. The Metallitor getting killed. And when I say Metallitors, I mean the Cannoneer guys, the Falconettis, whatever you guys call them. I say the Metallitors, that's their official name. The plays out from Jekkt comes down to getting caught. They really are great catchers. Do not let the enemy team catch you at in a bad situation, because DIDYT, that is what happened to you today. You had a good run. You had them on the ropes for the A point, but you lost it. So that was fine. You had advantage if you didn't get your Tertials caught, if you didn't get your Iron Reapers caught. Then getting caught again and again and again throughout the B section, you just lost the massive unit advantage, and you could not contest them in the end. So, it's not very surprising that massive losses out from the defenders. Whoa, hang on, wait, I take that back. It's kind of reverse here. So, massive losses here for the attackers here. Losing out the surf units, actually. And then, finally, an equal exchange here on the right-hand siege tower. Finally conglomerating here with a bunch of catches. As you can see how many catches happened. Lots of catches. Almost 5 different catches coming out here just before the major battle here at the B point. And it was just a landslide victory, as you see those allied deaths being skyrocketing until the end. Well, that is... I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure who DIDYT is. But, anyway, I congratulate both the teams from playing. I do think they're good teams, but definitely Jekkt is the superior team. I have to reevaluate DIDYT. They're not terrible. They have a strategy. I think they've improved since the last time I've seen them, but definitely not disciplined enough. Definitely definitely lacking in those abilities to avoid getting taken advantage of, because when you try to take the small fights, you get ran over by the because that it's not a fight on multiple fronts. It's a fight. It's like a small engagement, but the entire enemy team's coming up to kill you. You don't have your entire defending team coming up to defend you, and that's really it. Oh man. Anyway, I think that's all for today. Did get to see two. I did. The first match wasn't too good. I say that actually. I loved the engagement that happened inside the city. I think it was during the attack. I think it was during the CTE attack. KAMIKAZE really coming in with a desperate defense, coming in from the side, coming in from behind, coming in from the front. Again, the double, like, it was kind of like a triple flank, and it's very unfortunate they didn't win out in the end. So again, CTE winning against KAMIKAZE, and then you have and then you have DIDYT losing to JKKT here on the second battle. Tomorrow, there is no battle tomorrow. On the 29th, I'll see you guys in 2 days. So on the 29th, I will be watching MTA versus TKH and XLTZ versus KAMIKAZE. Very not surprising, actually. Oh wait, no, hang on, I take that back. 3 battles. Okay, so there's a lot of no secondary battles, so that's very upsetting. So I'm actually not sure. So on the 29th, we're going to see 3 divisions. Oh wait, no. There are 4 divisions, actually, yeah. So I can actually... Oh wait, no, I see it now. Alright, so on the 29th, A division group, we're going to have QJ versus QE. After that, it's SKZ versus VPJ. In the B group, we have MTA versus TKH. ABC versus TKT after that, but unfortunately ABC gave up. On the C group, we have EFFS versus OIO. So followed by that should have been RN versus GST, but RN gave up. In the D group, we have Pleb versus Tang, and then EFF versus OF. That is all of the battles for on the Sunday. I will be watching... Oh, shit. Can I get this? Send me in. I hope he sends me in. That'd be fucking hilarious. No. Everyone sitting here is just like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So I'll be watching first the MTA versus TKH, and then followed by SKC versus BPJ in the second round. So hopefully, you guys watch that. But surprisingly, we're going to be watching Grassland Assault for IOI versus HKI here on Grassland Assault. There is so many observers here that I'm afraid somebody's going to be kicked, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get kicked again. Ugh, damn it. Those are the bracket lists. I am... Bum, bum, bum. How many people are here, actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, just 10! Oh my god! 10 means that no more observers can come in. And I didn't get banned, which is so... Yes! That means someone else did! Ah! I mean, we get to watch one more additional battles, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, I did. Thanks. I'll eat that afterwards. Oh boy. I'm surprised that they're coming in very slowly, though. IXII. I wonder why it's taking so long for them to set up. They just finished the siege battle, so I assume that they take it. That basically it's 1-all for these guys. So the fact that it comes down to Grassland Assault, that means they either both won their attack or both won their defenses. That's the only way. That I mean, like that. That's the unfortunate thing about how things are gonna go. I don't know why I keep scratching my nose. I have an itchy nose. It feels like something tickling here. Do I have long nose hair? Can you see my nose here? Oh, did you guys want to know who's streaming your battles? Well, the streams later on. I see, right. Not very many people want to stream your battle. Everyone wants to stream your battle. Stream, doo-doo-doo-doo. Ba ba da ba bum ba da da ba da ba bum ba ba. Long ass wait for teams that I think they're getting their ults on, like, because you can have up to 20 people in a team. 20 people in a team. I think they're switching guys out. So five of the other members are coming in to take on the field battle, which are probably 5 guys who are expert in field battles. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's still 10. 15v15 now. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is a call for a ready. We're gonna see a... Nope. Nothing. Alright, so 2 more minutes, apparently HKI calling for a 2 minute. We will go in overtime for this. The setup for these teams are a little bit long, although I don't mind it in particular, if it means an enjoyable battle. I'm going to do some housekeeping as a thank you for the follow. Lakabra, Meta up, Ara, Arawu, Black Morty 757, and Gentaro Van Cassel, Gentaro Cassel. Thank you for the follows, but I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer, as again, just waiting. It's very rare to get a Grassland Assault Decider, and I do enjoy them, actually. I don't like Emerald River. I mean, previously Emerald River was the map of choice. It's a very terrible map. I'm never gonna get over how terrible it is to play on Emerald River. Down a list of agencies that are constantly joined this next street, and before this we have now we have open for all this season Asian teams that are constantly join this main event, and before this week list of Asian. Wow, man, your English is doing a head in. For my games friends, I write down the list of Asia teams that are constantly join this CBL main event, and before this we have rank score requirement of 2500 minimum to join. Now we have open for all this season 54 teams fighting for 10k USD first prize and some of merchandise. Yes, that's true. So it wasn't that the score requirement was 2500, it was the top 50. They only took the top 24 teams, I believe. They took the top 24 ranked teams. So if you had so basically how it worked is that you can have up to 20 people, and the teams with the highest rank scores won, got into CBL. That was the rank score. They also had a play-in division. I'm not sure how the play-in division worked. I believe there was some other requirements, or I think it was just. I think the play-ins is a preliminary to what happened this season. Is that people who, um, people who had just teams of 20 just played against each other elimination style, but this time it is scoring phase, so it's going to be a long. This tournament's going to go on for a long time. I mean, it's already stated that this tournament is going to go until the 26. Just the scoring phase is going to go until the 26th. We have the new season starting on the 9th, so 2 weeks from now. So that is pretty surprising. Anyway, I didn't get to take a look out at the units, but my goodness, very surprising to see not very many double cavalries. Lots of infantry coming out from IOA. IOA doesn't look very good. This is going to be interesting. Good. No, IOA, take a right turn, take a left turn, take a left turn. Oh my god, no. B is safe. It's a nice bait out here for it's a nice bait for HKI. HKI needs to then intercept these guys coming in. It's going to be an AC push out from HKI. HKI definitely knows how to play a field map right now. The intercept here is real. IOI getting those medals in, needs to kill this jewel blade, but does not go for it. Whoa! Coming in from the rear here, Cataphrax just gets eaten up. Double brace. This security is very good, but now we are in a very strange situation where neither team can get C. But here comes some Tundra humans trying to swipe the front section. Not really good, but cavalry is going to lose out here in the end. Could be a massive loss of cavalry. Cataphracts really need to come in here and clean it up. These medals need to force their way through, because every time these cavalry take a hit from these medals, it is a massive, massive disadvantage. But now here an engagement at C is going to be a little bit extended here. Again, medals, get in there. You got the entirety of your a winged Asar just getting eaten up here. But now they're just dumpstering on the B point. We got some cataphracts coming in around. We're wondering if they can supply some medals. Definitely see those medals on the point here. Definitely going to be secured. Could go for a long-ass A push, but they got the C. Very surprising. I think they're double backed towards B, so that's not good. Realistically, if they kill this, they kill them! Oh my god. That is not good. Good, like, Jesus Christ. The grape shots, my goodness. Oh my god, my face. My face. I don't see my pretty face. Ah! Wow, massive advantage here for HKI, but lots of losses from both sides. More losses out for HKI. HKI also losing out at the B point, so the B point did not get captured. Very surprising that OIO doubled back. This is the moment. What are you doing? Go in there! There's no one there. No one's here. Take the B point. If you take the B point, it's a triple cap. Just two guys here. Two guys versus two guys. We got some cataphracts in. Cataphract comes in from the side! Oh! Yes! Although it wasn't a perfect charge, not a full-on charge, it was still good. These Iron Reapers getting messed up. Capture the... If you can delay just for a few seconds, for a few moments, not even just a few moments, an entire charge of a Winged Asar, that's going to take forever to kill that Medal just with the heroes. Now, here is the question. Brace up. Maybe. Gonna force their way through. Imperial Pike March should have come. It's not going to delay. It does delay. I take that back. Massive sacrifices coming out here from IOI. This is not a good situation. B's about to be capped, and C's going to be, oh my god, can it be reset? They have done it. They've reset it. Both teams are resetting constantly. That's amazing. IOI needs to maintain superiority at B, and they also need to keep attacking C in order to gain. Both teams are now grabbing the points. Which side is going to get their point first? C point does look like it is slightly behind. B point might get capped. Oh my god, just by a split second. That takeoff there means that IOI is in terrible situation right now. They have the units though. They're up on HKX. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Can't really afford to lose units, but it's an infantry pile. But IOI also has to realize that they not only need to get one of the points, they also need to now push for the base to get a little bit of the point or a triple cap. Triple cap is going to be very important. And I think that the double section of Medal here really, really looking painful, I think. I think these guys... Oh, no. Yep, a couple of guys on very low health. That is very nice to see that I can actually see the health bar on some of these units. It's going to be all or nothing. IOI got to make an action because they are on the sadder side. They have lost a couple of that points off just by the skin off their backs. My goodness. Come on. You can... Oh my god, what have I done? Ah! got a couple of guys here protecting the A point. You got a couple of... Oh, man. This is a sort of round right now. We've got the shield still in place, which is really good. Iron Reapers looking to come in from the rear. Really got to keep those Iron Reapers in check. That could be absolutely massive. Shaggy Grenadiers throwing in, and the battle has kicked off. Imperial Pike March versus Imperial Pike March. Medal's filling in the gaps. Oh, man. I think the Iron Reapers are trying to make their advantage in behind. One of the grape shots does get taken out, and solid lines for both. Those shouldn't have sent those, maybe, actually, the turning of the tide pushes through. Both the Medals getting clapped on. IOI losing out heavily in this engagement. But the A point also being capped here. That is not good. Not good at all. Cataprax finishing off what seems to be a Cataprax pile as well. B point with getting captured. No one here at the base point. Really, really in a scary situation now. Gotta get back that A point. Even if you can't drop... If you don't drop your defense, you got 4 minutes to go. These guys are going to take a while. I would definitely try to take back that A point with whatever mobile you've got. You got your heavy infantry still protecting this B point, and more heavy infantry on the way. Why would you not challenge that? I would challenge that. It's a 1v1 hero style, and send all your heroes there. You would outnumber them instantly. But here at the B point, they're holding on. This is going to be a little bit of a poke out. These Outriders are very difficult to deal with and are very pain in the ass, if I do say so. I would try to avoid getting hit by these as much as possible. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Advantage here now going in favor of IOI. IOI is just going to slowly surround them, getting this supply point, getting more and more. I don't know what's on the field for HKI, as HKI just loses another member here on the B point. The B point is a bit scattered. You really need to keep those Medals together. Can't afford to get them overwhelmed like this. One by one, the sides get crushed. HKI cannot even get back the A point, and one by one, HKI will fall. They will sacrifice their lives here at the B point, but it is not enough. I think IOI is going to take the battle. A good effort, good effort. They could not stranglehold their advantage, and massive losses. I think 5 guys just got wiped by that cavalry charge now. Cataprax coming in with a big old smack. Alrighty, with that being said, there is 90 seconds to go as the points click on down. Defender of the base point as they sally forth. It will just come down to an attack on the base point. IOI has no care in the world. They have a triple cap. Absolute advantage. They just need to push. Keep the enemy here. Keep the enemy anywhere besides the point. And they have won the day. Cataprax is just going to roll straight through this entire melee pile. That's very unfortunate for the attackers. The attackers, I mean, no attackers, no defenders, but HKI, unfortunate. Losing at the very... Oh man, they did a... I think they did a massive pickup at the B point, but I might have been blinded by some other things. But HKI, good effort. I love to see the AC push, but OIO doing super good at holding the C point. Really stomping that aggression. The triple medal, once they're on that C point, you can't get it. You have to concentrate on getting the B point. But the B point was maintained throughout the battle. Oh, lovely to see. Both sides trying their best. Both sides got a strategy. Whether or not it worked or not is up to the execution. Definitely coming in. I really loved this field battle here. This was exciting to watch. two main fights at the C and the B point. I didn't get to see the A fight. It was just really just some random units fighting against each other for superiority. But the Cataphract in the end won, which was really great. Here at the C point, at the B point, both battles raging on. The B point being held against primary attack, and the C point also stalling. The C point stalling so hard that the B point was able to kill them off, rotate back, go back to B, and fight them off again. But eventually the C point was grabbed, and then eventually it was a switcheroo, and then the B point and the C point were both being under pressure, and the B point was grabbed, C point lost, but the split second of a triple cap gets them a few points. Sacrificing a lot of the cavalry was probably one of the major points that left them out, left them a little bit light on the finisher, unable to maintain superiority against infantry. Again, IOI coming in with a lot of infantry, and I think it does show that their usage of cavalry paid off way more than HKI. HKI running into very hard stoppers like Medals really killed the momentum of the cavalry. But that doesn't mean cavalry. That doesn't mean the cavalry couldn't have been used better. I just really, really love to see that even just a couple of cavalry can definitely make a huge impact. One guy getting 11 kills. Whoa, look at this guy go. He probably the one with the charge at the end and catching 5 guys out. Excellent work. Oh, and AO92. He's a player that keeps killing me in ranked, and I don't like it. Ah. But that is all for tonight. That should have been the last battle. We're now overtime, and this has been a fun night, guys. A lot of exciting things happened, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the 29th, and I hope. Let me finish that properly. I hope you guys enjoy the stream, but other than that, my name's Azukai, and have a nice day. I'll see you guys on the 29th. Bye for now. Oh, and Outriders? Yes, I think they should nerf Outriders, because Outriders are they're too fast. Okay, so it comes down to the fact that they're ranged cavalry, and the ranged cavalry basically has no counter. And the fact that they are super effective and cost effective makes them almost impossible or too strong, because, I mean, like, let's be real. Out of all of the tier 3 cavalry, these guys are the tankiest, 7,600. You've got the Salem Sheds at only about 6,000, and you got the Caution at only about 5,200. These guys have so much health. The armor is also much better than both of these guys, and you can definitely tell that their damage output also a head and shoulder above their competitors, and realistically, they're too fast. I find, if anything, I would drop their speed to 7. I would drop their speed to either 8 or 7.5. This way, you can have the Salem Sheds catch them, but they're too fast, they're too tanky, they deal too much damage. It is a unit which is very powerful, because if I was to strip out anything, I'd strip out the CC from the Outriders, but that is enough from me. Just gonna end it there. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'm gonna end the stream here. Bye for now.